is Matilda Mulyate Chilanga, Mrs. I think the love of children. I love children too much. I took long to have children in my marriage. So I looked after other people's children and just that love grew. One day my son was going to school and he's very observant. So he would watch these kids going to school, their uniforms would be torn, others are going to school with no shoes. So he came home one day and asked me, "Mommy, I need to carry with me a pair of shoes at the road." So I was like, "Why?" So he's like, "No, I think I need to give one of the children some shoes because I've seen children going to school with no shoes, with no school bags, with torn uniforms." So I said, "Okay, fine." So that's how he picked up that shoe one day, went with it to the roadside, and one boy fitted in the shoe and he got the shoe. So from there, I think he gave me an idea where I would be able to look after these children, but in what way? So the first thing that came to my mind was the feeding program. My foundation is called ChuMuche Foundation. These are two names for my son and my daughter. My daughter is Chuma, that's where the Chu comes from. And then my son is Mujeremba, and that's where Muche comes from. So that makes it ChuMuche Foundation. This year, August 10th, will be 2 years that I've been doing this. Yeah, 2 years now. I have people that help me. Some of them I've never met them. I have a Facebook page where I post everything that I do. So most people, because the page is public, and so most people have seen what I do, and maybe through that they got inspired, and that's the reason why they thought they could help in one way or the other. And then I also have friends in the diaspora, a friend in Sweden, I have friends in the United States who have been sending money for me to buy food. I also have a friend who's paid rentals for me up to December. So yeah, and even some other friends around who have given me food to cook for the children. So those are the people that keep this program going. I only have one lady that comes when she's free. Yeah, otherwise, most of the times I cook alone. The challenges are many. Sometimes I run out of food. That means I'll have stopped cooking because the children will not come to eat because there's nothing to eat. And then I think I also need a bigger place where I would be able to accommodate, because the number keeps growing every day. Every time a child comes, when I started, I only had about 36 children who had registered. But then now there are times when I feed about 50 children because they pick their friends. Because I'm doing this not because it's my occupation, no, because of the love that I have, and I see the sufferings that are going on in this compound. And then the place sometimes becomes small, so much that sometimes the children will have to, like for now, the children eat while standing because I have nowhere to make them sit. I had some reed mats which were spoiled by the same children. So yeah, there's quite a lot of things that go on in this project. I would like to have a place of my own where I would not just be doing the feeding program, but even have lessons for the children, those that don't go to school. I would like them to even just to learn how to read, learn how to write their names, and teach them manners. So my vision, my biggest goal, or the biggest achievement that I would want to achieve in this setup is to have my own resource center. If I can find a place of my own, build an orphanage there, continue with the feeding program, and then also have a literacy a class for the young boys and girls. That for me is, if I had to die today and achieve that, it would be the greatest achievement of my life. So when I have a place of my own, I know that it will be like a walk-in center, because I not only do the feeding program, I have about 3 programs that I run here at the center. There's a mentorship program, there's a feeding program, and our back to school program. So our mentorship program hasn't really done well, in a sense that we only have that mentorship program when we have people come in and then they get a chance to talk to the older boys and girls. Yes. So these programs, I want to see that they make a difference in the community, then I'll be a happy woman. I just want to appreciate everyone that has been there for me. For me, in a sense that when I started this, it felt like it was just a hobby. But now I can see that it's growing into something that I never thought it would. But then it gives me the courage to forge ahead, because my main goal is to make a difference in the community where I live. Because this is the only place where I would send somebody maybe to come and buy tomatoes for me. It means when I buy from a lady that is selling on the road, I'm empowering her. So even grocery, we buy from here. There are shops here. Instead of going into town, we come and buy from here. So meaning I'm gaining from the people and the people are gaining from me. So I'm grateful for people that have seen what I do, encouraged me to forge ahead, and still encouraging me to forge ahead. And people that have given their time. I know there's been a lot of youth organizations that have been here. Every time they come to visit, they bring with them food. And these are just university students who don't work, but the monies that they get from their parents, they know that they can be able to help somebody out there. So those youth groups that have been here. And one inspirational girl that I would like to mention is Chilanga from Kusamala Foundation. She's pushed me to go ahead with that. Several times I've wanted to quit, but she says, Auntie, look at me. I go to school and I look after 12 children. Sometimes it's hard, but you can do it. So I'm grateful to Chilanga and the other organizations that have come to ChuMuche Foundation. And I'm grateful to my friends who are in the diaspora, who are also helping in one way or the other to keep this place running. So I'm grateful even to Lillian Elida. She's an angel. She's really done a lot. So I'm grateful to her as well.